Do you know what this is? Of course, everybody knows when you put your finger on your lips and you say shh, you make a sound of shh like this. Shh. Do you know what this is? It means that you are now learning to listen also. That's what it is. It means basically that you are now learning to listen, not only speak, not only or only speak, but you are learning to listen. Uh, there was a fella uh, quite a few years back. I was in Florida. quite a few quite a few years back, I was in Florida, and there was this fella, a young lad, if you understand what I'm saying to you. There was this fella, a young lad, in his early 20s, and we were having this conversation, and he knew that I am a Swami. I am a type of Swami, which is rather a Hindu, which is rather a Hindu holy man, or somebody who teaches or clarifies the sacred knowledge, the sacred wisdom, a Swami. And he knew that I am a yogi, and he knew that I am a meditator, and I also am a Swami type of person, this young lad. And we were having this conversation, and he said to me, teach me what you know. And teaching or delivering the message, or teaching or delivering the message, or delivering the words of truth, or delivering teaching. teaching or delivering the words of truth and wisdom, and make sure the knowledge, the sacred awareness, the sacred knowledge reaches to an average person is my passion. You understand what I'm saying to you? I want you to understand this. So, this is not only something that I do, but this is my life. This is the mission in my life, to reach out to an average person. That's why I use social media, and I use other forms and other type of I use social media, and I use other forms and other type of media to make sure that the words of truth and wisdom reaches out to every corner on this planet, you see. So he said to me, teach me everything that you know. In other words, this lad was asking me that I need to teach him. In other words, this lad is asking me that I need to teach him, or I need to convey the words of truth and the words of wisdom. And then I responded to that absolutely, because this is, as I mentioned, that this is my passion, and this is something that I not only, this is my life, this is a lifestyle for me. Performing, performing Kriya Yoga, performing Kriya Meditation, performing Kriya Yoga, and performing Kriya Meditation, and then the wisdom, the truth that I incur performing during the Kriya Yoga and during the Kriya meditation, the truth, the wisdom that I incur, I spread it around because it's only natural. When you have the transparency, when you have the transparency in your awareness, when you can see things more clearly, then it's only natural that you want to spread it around. So this young fella or this young lad, I said, absolutely. So I looked at him and I said, first thing you gotta remember. You see what I'm saying to you? You know, um, I always tell you that remember the word remember. So the first thing you gotta remember basically is whatever you, the thought, whatever the thought you are having in your mind, um, it is just whatever the thought that you are having in your mind, it is just the recycling of the data. The data is being recycled. This is the first thing you got to remember, because he was asking me that I need to teach him uh, the words of truth and wisdom. He was curious. But he was curious, but he was not open. You see, there is a difference. He had that arrogance. This is the message today I want to convey. Remember, every day, every single day, every single day, I am delivering the words of truth. Every single day, I am delivering the words of truth. Every single day I'm delivering the words of wisdom. I want to make sure I have covered everything I signed up for. Then I need to move on to the next level of evolution, because the prana and the life energies have become very high. You see, life never ends. It's literally an ongoing learning process. There is no end to it. So I said that everything, all the thoughts you have or a thought in your mind is just recycling the data that you have gathered through your five senses. It is not telling you anything new. Thought is just telling you what you already know. So don't bother with the thought. And he looked at me like, anyway, I don't want to portray or describe this, that how he looked or what was his reaction. These things are not significant. As a matter of fact, they have no significance at all in this point I'm trying to make. So he looked at me, he goes like, oh, I already know that. He looked at me and he said with a lot of arrogance that he already knows that. I said, I don't think you need a teacher then. I don't think that you need a teacher. I don't think, if you already know that, you already know this, you already know that, you are the one who knows everything. If you already know, you are the one who already knows everything, then why are you asking me to tell you something that you already know? You see, because when I'm telling you something, since based on your request, you see, when I'm telling you something based on your request, you are saying with arrogance. I told him flat out on his face. I told him that you are saying with a lot of arrogance, you already know. You already know. Maybe you know. If you know this much, then you don't need a teacher. Why are you bothering me? Why are you wasting your time and my time? You see, that's what I said. I'm very outspoken. I'm very upfront. I'm not here to cater your emotions and feelings. You see, I'm here to speak the words of truth and wisdom. And then my job is done. You can cater your emotions and feelings. I'm not concerned with your emotions, nor I'm concerned with your feelings. You see, the sole purpose I'm concerned that how much you have the truth within you and how much you are spreading that around. That's it. People in different cultures, in different society, in every culture, in every society, they are catering each other feeling. Everything is gonna be okay. Is gonna be okay, catering. People are miserable, humans are miserable, and then they help each other being more miserable. You understand? When I look at human, an average human, I'm not saying everybody is like that, but the people who are not like that, they are very small group. You see, those are the real truth seekers. Those are the one who do not tell you, I already know that. That's, if you already know, you are you are done. You don't need my services. Don't waste my time. I told him, I said, don't waste my time. You see, don't waste your time and don't waste my time. Go talk to somebody else. And he was just baffled. He just kind of looked. Anyway, this is the story I wanted to let you know. That it really happened back in Florida when I was living over there and working. I lived in Florida only for a few months. Anyway, so this is the thing that I wanted to let you know. And he was baffled, and then he came back again and he requested and apologized that he was sorry. I said, okay, whatever, just stick around. You would probably learn, you may learn something. And I I said just stick around. You probably may learn something from my silence. And anyway, it's funny, kinda. And and then the point I'm trying to make. Basically, when you have an attitude in you, when you have an aptitude, your aptitude or your attitude, your within what you feel, the behavior. If I'm the miss all knowing, or I'm the Mrs. of I know everything, or I'm the Mr. I know everything type of attitude you have within that I know already, you would not evolve in any way. I mean, let the spiritual evolution alone. You would not evolve in any way. You would not even evolve in human way because you already know. You see, you need to understand something. You need to heighten your focus so you can understand things, you can see things clearly. You understand what I'm saying to you or no? I hope you do, because my words are very significant. You need to pay attention to every single word I speak here. You see, because when I speak with you, I'm in a state of meditation and I do not use my intellect until unless I have to, and it is very crucial. You see, I do not use something so petty. Mind for me, basically, if you understand what I'm saying to you, mind for me is petty. Thought for me is petty. Mind for me is petty. Human intellect for me, human ego for me is petty. These things are petty. They don't hold any candle in my awareness. I do not subscribe any significance to these things. You see, these things are bondages. They would stop you from your evolution. So pay attention and pay focus. If you think you know everything, then you cannot know nothing. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot know nothing, because remember, nothing. If you admit to yourself you do not know anything, then you would know just about everything, because that's what a mistake is too. Knowing something, whether you know this much, you see, this is tiny. Remember, this is tiny, very tiny. Whether you know this much, whether you know, excuse me, whether you know this much, you know this much, you know this much, or you know this much, or you know the size of Mount Everest. You have heard of Mount Everest. It's nearby Himalayas by India and Nepal. Anyway, whether you know this much, remember this one? Whether you know this much, or this much, or this much, or this much, or you know the size of Mount Everest, which is a cliff, and it's very difficult to climb on it, or whatever. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make, if you know humongous, you still are limited. The very knowing is limited. You understand? That's why thought do not play any role in my life. That's why I know everything that there is to know. If I focus at you, you see, for instance, I'm saying, not that I focus at you. I do not usually focus on people. You know that? That's how life is. Life is not happening exclusive. Life is happening all inclusive. You understand? Somebody said a while back, it looks like you don't really like me. You see, I mean, some person said to me that it looks like you don't really like me. This person said to me a while back, it looks like that I don't really like them. So I looked at this person, and I looked at this person and said, why it is so significant for you that I should like you or dislike you? And this person said, no, because I like you. And I said, well, that's very good that you like me. But the thing is, in order to dislike me, that you are saying that I dislike you, maybe, or I don't like you, in order to do any of these activities, I have to bring my focus on you. You understand? And this person was also baffled and said, yeah, kinda. I said, kinda. I'm just saying, I'm telling you something. You need to understand what I'm saying to you. In order to like you or dislike you, in order to like you or dislike you, I need to bring my focus on you. Is that a fact or is not a fact? Are you paying attention what I'm asking you? And this person said, it's a fact. I said, exactly, bingo. I mean, and I said, I don't do that. No matter how beautiful you look, no matter how cool you look, no matter how sexy you look, no matter how rich you look, no matter how magnificent you look. I said, if Brad Pitt stands, I said, I'm giving you an example, not that it is happening. I said, I'm giving you an example. If Brad Pitt stands here next to me, or if Julia Roberts is standing here next to me, any number of these things, some type of supermodel, Khloe Kardashian, you name it, all these media figures. You see, if these people are standing around me, standing next to me, I have no, I have no reason to give any attention to this person. You see, I would act as I act normally, as I act with an average human, as I act with an average person. I hope you are understanding to what I'm saying to you. And I said I would act as I would treat them as I treat you. Julia Roberts, Brad Pitt. I'm saying hypothetically, for example, these celebrities, the media figures, whatever the English title you want to attach to these humans, is Julia Roberts is not Julia Roberts, Brad Pitt is not really Brad Pitt, Yaz is not really Yaz, Mr. Smith is not really Mr. Smith. You see, these are markers. You give them significance, they become famous. There is nothing special happening about anybody. You see, don't think anybody is special. So I looked at this person and I said, now you understand what I'm saying to you? I'm telling you, there is no one who is special. You see, in order to dislike you or like you, I have to be exclusive towards you, and I can't afford to let that happen. I never have, I never will. So this person also, I left them baffled, and I mean, you only get baffled when you have an ego in you. Have you noticed that when you think of yourself, that you are something? You see, you understand, but do you understand the really? Do you understand really what's going on? Do you understand really what's going on? If you could see through my eyes, you would realize I am zilch. I'm nada. I'm zero. Have you seen a zero? You see, zero. Zero means nothing. So that's what you are. That's what I am. That's what everybody is. You understand? But people have huge, humongous egos. They think they are something. You see, do you understand the immensity of Brahman? Do you understand the immensity of cosmos? Do you understand the immense? It's limitless. It has no limitation to it. It's boundless. You see, now your ego actually uh, makes you do stupid things. Your ego makes you do foolish things because you think that you are somebody. You see, I have told you before, and I'm saying again, sometime we, the yogis, the meditators, the rishis, the sannyasis, the Hindu teachers, the swamis, we need to be very abrupt. Have you heard the term abrupt? Do you know what it means? Abrupt, very outspoken, very blunt, very upfront to make some points. I'm not concerned. As I said not long ago, I'm not here to cater your feelings and emotions. We humans have been doing it in every society, and what's happening is we are making each other more miserable. We cater each other feelings and emotions, and then in the end, we are not evolving. It's a serious matter. So we need to stop this drama. If you understand what I'm saying to you, we need to stop this. And I am not concerned with whether you slept, excuse me, English, you see. I am not concerned. Are you paying attention to what I'm saying to you? I basically am not concerned whether you slept the entire night. I am not concerned whether you I basically am not concerned whether you slept the entire night or you lost the night's sleep or you couldn't sleep. You see, I'm not concerned. It may seem a little harsh, you see, but it's it's the way you would only it's the only way that you would evolve. It may seem very harsh. As I said, I'm not concerned whether you couldn't sleep the entire night, but I am concerned. That's the sole concern of me. That's how a mystic looks at it. That I am only and solely concerned when the following morning you come in my presence and you listen to the words of truth and wisdom, you are wide awake. You understand, period. That's the only concern I have. When you come in my presence and you listen to the words of truth and wisdom, you are wide awake. You are wide receptive. Do not say, I know everything. If you say, I know everything, you are not receptive. You are not receptive, you are not evolving. It's a given. You understand? Somebody, every now and then, quite basically, quite for a time, and every now and then, quite for a long period of time, since specifically since the October of 2020 when I started my own channel and started spreading the words of truth and wisdom openly on media, people got really fascinated. They still are. They say, you see, all your words of truth and wisdom, the messages from sacred, the sacred knowledge, is so what the word I'm looking for is so amateur. Amateur means, do you understand what amateur means? I'm not saying immature. I'm saying amateur, you see. Amateur means that it's basically there are no retakes, you see. It's very natural. There are, I do not, do you know, I do not edit any of my videos. I do not, as soon as I'm done here, I just post it on the media. And also, I'm live here. I do not do the retakes. I do not read a script. I do not do any of these things because, of course, I'm in a state of meditation. What is meditation? Meditation means I am in a state of my, I am I am in touch with my higher being. So people write me, they get fascinated that how can you just do it? I mean, your words of truth and wisdom are so amateur. You do not do any retakes. You do not pretend. It looks so natural. So I told them, it's gotta be. You see, and if you are fascinated, it means that maybe you are evolving. Maybe you have not seen people around the world. The point is, you don't get fascinated with me. You do not idealize me or my looks or my personification or what kind or my personality. For one, I don't have no personality. You just pay attention to what's being said. You just pay focus to what's being said and do not accept it either. You understand? I always tell you, do not accept it either. You don't have to accept it. Be open, be skeptic. That's how you become receptive. That's how you learn. Today I am stressing on being receptive. Today I'm stressing on being um today I'm stressing on being receptive, being a good listener. That's how you would learn. That's one of the main thing. If you see my poses, some of the yoga poses, then I am in meditation, then I'm shushing you. Shh. Some people get really fascinated by that, and some of them ask me about that. It just simply means realize the silence within and realize the silence around. When there is silence around, when there is silence within, then you are in touch with your fundamental state. I am encouraging you to maintain at least some part of your day the side. When I am shushing, when I am doing that, stop being fascinated with my postures, but understand this is because I want you to at least sometime during the day to realize the silence around and silence within. Maintain the silence around, maintain the silence within. You see, this is the most important thing. And then you would realize the truth, and truth would set you free. Remember, 2000 years back, a master, a, a holy master said, then you would realize the truth, and truth would set you free. So this is the truth I'm talking about. This is the truth the mystics talk about, including Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, as far as I know, Jesus Christ, as far as I know, he was a mystic. You see, son of God, this God, that God, everybody is a son of God, everybody is a daughter of God. He was not any spatial. You understand? It's very simple. He does not want you to believe that he was a spatial. He gave you the way out of compassion. He told you the ways so the human suffering can end. That's he was a mystic. I try to be a mystic. There were mystics before me. There are still mystics around. There would be mystics in the future. You see, we out of compassion teach, show a way to humans so the human suffering can end. So you become receptive. You see, you don't get fascinated by my shush, but you become receptive. You see, you maintain some silence around you, you maintain some silence within you. You admit to yourself that you do not know nothing. You can have a lot of knowledge, but anything to its entirety, anything, everything, and anything to its entirety, you know nothing about. That's what the mystic is. When you have that kind of attitude within, when you have that kind of approach in you, then you would learn things. Then you would say, I don't know. I don't know is the humongous possibility. I don't know has no barriers. Have you heard the term barriers? Do you have barriers in your life? The barriers of human conditioning, you see. So the barriers of human domestication. So anyway, so what I'm saying to you, that I do not know has no barriers. It has no barriers. It has no boundaries. It has no physicality. So be you can know just about anything and everything because you have admit to yourself, I do not know. A mystic has admit. You have heard of Socrates, the Greek philosopher and the anthropologist, whatever the English titles. you want to attach to him, Socrates. And he was given poison because, of course, he was a mystic and he was saying things not many people tolerate. That's how, unfortunately, throughout the centuries, the the dictators, the ruthless emperors silenced, unfortunately, the voices of mystics. Socrates had to drink poison because he was speaking truth. Mansur had to also, unfortunately, sacrifice his life because Mamun Rashid, which whatever name was that Muslim emperor, Mamun Rashid or Harun Rashid, I have no reason to remember their names because they didn't really do anything for the humankind. When Mansur learned the truth and he started speaking the truth, so one of these people got on his back, the dictators, and probably, as far as I remember, that Mansur had to, unfortunately and sadly, had to sacrifice his life. This is how these ruthless emperors, this is how these dictators try to silence the voice of the mystics, you see. And so, anyway, Socrates, right before he was going to drink the poison, somebody reached him, approached him, and said quickly answer, what have you learned so far, all the years that you have lived? And Socrates answered that learned, I learned, and I knew that I know nothing. You see, that's a beautiful answer. I know nothing. It means when you admit to yourself you do not know nothing, you would know just about anything. If you say to somebody, oh, I already know that, with arrogance, then of course you are not going to know anything. You see, you would already know what you know, which is always limited, which is always limited. And know this. So, and you may pretend that I know a lot. You may know a lot about gadgets. You may know a lot about gadgets, what the new phone is coming in the market, what any of these things, any number of these things. You see what the new phone is coming in the market, what the new car is coming in the market, or what is the trend, what are the new laptops, what the operating systems, which one is good, and TikTok, any number of things that can occupy you mentally because you are ruled over by your thoughts and your mind. You see, unfortunately and sadly, you may know a lot of things, but if you look at these things are petty. They are human made. Anything which is human made is petty. For me, it is petty. I don't care much about human. I use it for my own benefit and the benefit of mankind as I am right now. That's how you are looking at me through your phone or computer screen, isn't it? I use it and I put it away. It has no meanings for me. You see, human inventions are petty. I mean, they are okay because we can use it, but I'm not impressed with that, you see. So, but you like to talk to people, the brand shoes, the car. This guy, a while back, he was bragging and talking about the he was talking. Time for me for a private meditation session from one of my great truth seeker, you see. So this guy was bragging about it, and I said, how that is making a difference in the very life I'm living right now. I looked at him and I said, you are bragging about your car, how that is making a difference in the very second or in the very life I am living or anybody around you is living. Is this making a difference? He said, no. I said, so what? Why don't you just quit talking? You see, it's useless. It's useless. It literally is, it has no, it has no significance. It's not making any difference. You see, why should I listen to you even if you are not making any difference in my life or the people around you? Why should I listen to you in your car? You see why? You might just go ahead and, sit in the bar, pay the bartender $20, he would listen to you. You gotta pay people money basically to listen to you, buddy. Uh, ain't doing it. I don't do this kind of thing. When I look at you, the only thing I want to know how much you are good to yourself, how much clear you are in your perception, how much truth and wisdom basically you have in you. And of course, if you have truth and wisdom, it's automatically resonated. Have you heard the term resonate? It automatically resonates through you. And also you would emanate that kind of truth and wisdom around you. And that's how we would get back our paradise lost. Anyway, so become receptive. Know that you do not know anything to its entirety, or even at all. You see, even at all, know that you, like, I'll give you an example here. This right here. This is my shawl. This is my fabric. This is I put. It's very, very significant for me. You see, it would pass on after me to my spouse, and then whoever she wants to pass it on. But it carries a lot of energy. I just wanted to say that anyway. This is a shawl that I wear time to time. Now, if you understand what I'm saying to you, if I put this shawl and I look at this shawl, I say this is a shawl, a piece of fabric. You see, but truth of the matter is this is not a shawl. This is not a piece of fabric. What is shawl? A word. What is fabric? A word. What is cotton? A word. Truth of the matter is you do not know what cotton is. You see, you have given it a name, a word, and others have agreed also to the meanings of it, that this is what we would call cotton. So it becomes cotton. What is this in the bottle? You see, in the bottle it is water. You see, um, we came up with a word. We said, okay, this is water. Other people also agreed to the meanings. Okay, this is water. It becomes water. Truth of the matter is, you do not know what the object is. It's a phenomena. You see, so through the words and through the titles and through the words, um, through the words and through the titles, the words, they are marker. So we can function in the society, so you can function in the society. Words are real? No, absolutely not. I mean, I see humans, sometimes they act so foolish. It's not a judgment, it's an observation. I see humans, I mean, we were in a zoo, two grown-up people, not even kids. I mean, kids, I might understand. Two grown-up people were debating with each other whether the animal is a pony or a horse. And without judging them, I was thinking, is this what your life has become? I was thinking about that. I mean, you are debating whether it's a pony or a horse. Go ahead and ask the animal, hey, animal, do you know you are a horse or a pony? See what kind of answer you get. I mean, I don't see your point. You put so much energy in foolish things, and then you get consumed in it, and you have debates, and you want to make everybody else wrong, and you want to make yourself right. This is all happening because you have ego, and you have a sense of individuality, which is rather an illusion. You see, as Deepak Chopra says, it's a socially induced hallucination. Your ego, you see, and he's right about that. So this basically, you do not know. It's made out of cotton. It's made out of fabric. Everything, you see, you create the whole edifice of knowledge. You see, through the words. Words have no meanings. You call this water. This is not water. Truth of the matter is, you don't know what that is. It is. This is important, but what that is, it's not important. So you, and then you think that you know a lot. You just know the edifice of the knowledge, the words basically. You know nothing. As a matter of fact, you know nothing. You can call yourself any number of names. I'm this, I'm that, I'm a music director, I'm actress, I'm a millionaire, I'm a doctor, and all the names and all that what you attach to yourself. Truth of the matter is none of that is you. Not even your gender. You do not know what you are. You can be biggest, you can be the biggest mystery in the cosmos, you see, because you don't know. You just don't know. When you have that behavior, when you have that, excuse me, when you have that awareness in you, when you are fully alert and you admit to yourself, I don't know, then you know just about anything there is to know. I mean, like, I don't want to, I would just give you the example. I've been talking here for like what, around 45 minutes. Namaskar. I've been talking here for just about 45 minutes right now, and or around 50 minutes, probably less. Anyway, that's not important. The point I'm trying to make is I don't have a single thought in my mind, or everything that I've been saying is just pouring out of me. You see, because I know nothing. You see what I'm saying? Are you doing the meditation regularly? Kriya meditation? Are you making time for yourself? Because that's the most significant thing in the gist of any message that I delivered. Om Shanti Om Shanti Shanti Om Hey Shanti Om Shanti Shanti Om. Mm.